Hi, my name is James Rozak. I'm the creator of the website Morning Mercy, which is a resource for ex-followers of the teachings of William Branham. You may not know me. I've been very quiet, probably for the last 5 years. I would say when I started in 2013, just shortly after I left the message, I was very active in the communities, supporting people who were in the stages of questioning and wondering what to do in the aftermath of leaving the message. I wanted to create content that helped explain that emotional turmoil that you go through when you lose essentially everything of what you knew in terms of your identity, your foundation of faith, your trust that we had this absolute truth. Yeah, it's a very destabilizing, uncomfortable place to be. And in many cases, there's a lot of trauma involved in that. So I wanted to speak to those things, and I did for a while, and then I got kind of tired. When you're speaking about something that has affected your life in such a challenging way, especially after making the decision to leave and recognizing the impact that it had on your life, you get tired of talking about it and researching and constantly having your mind space in that area of thought. So I took a long extended break, and I've only posted a few things over the recent years. I deleted a bunch of my older content because I no longer felt it represented my perspective or tone. And I'm kind of at a spot where I feel like I need to do something else. Last night, I received a phone call from somebody who played a very meaningful role in my life. We had a very real conversation. He's kind of in those early stages of just trying to make sense of his life now that he has recognized that there are some real major problems with the message. And I so appreciated the conversation that I had. And what it also did was remind me of the original reason why I started Morning Mercy in the first place. So I'm kind of at a juncture where I want to do a little bit more. And so I'm making a video today. I'd like to make some more videos in the near future. Call it a video podcast. Maybe it'll turn into just audio podcast. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I'm ready to do this just a little bit. And the whole tenor is not to be perfect. It's to be fairly raw. And it's to speak again to issues of the heart. It's not to dissect the teachings of William Branham. I actually have very little interest in doing that anymore. But I do want to speak, I think, to what the future might look like, and to not be afraid of what the future could be in terms of the way that you think, the world that you encounter, the fear that you'll encounter in stepping into a world that is in turmoil the way it is today. And if we don't believe the message anymore, then what is it that we're supposed to do with all the prophecies and all the things that we were taught to think about? Some of us will end up with a very different perspective of faith. Some of us will end up with no sense of faith. All of it is going to play a role in the life that you live. You're going to have friends who go this way and some who go that way. You're going to find yourself unsure about a whole lot of things. And I think that's a process that needs some conversation. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but I think I want to talk a little bit about it. So that's what I'm going to do. If you didn't know, I was a pastor for 10 years, an associate pastor for 10 years in the assembly I was in. I got to travel and preach the message for a great many people. I was never a great orator. I was not somebody who you would see standing on the pulpit revving up an audience. I was more the type of person who would bring you down and make you think. And that's the way I like to speak, and that's the way I still like to speak. So you're interested, follow along, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up with it, because what usually happens is I have great intentions and then I get tired very quickly. So I hope I can keep my energy up. Feel free to leave a comment about something you'd like to know about, questions that you might have, topics that might be of interest. And I'm happy to speak from my viewpoint as a man who is now 10 years removed from leaving the message. So thank you, and we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. My name is James. We'll see you next time.